Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Griftlands, where let us all take a moment and pray to Hesh that my hiccups stay abated. I've been trying to record this episode for, no joke, like 75 minutes, and just constant recurring, honestly pretty painful hiccups. If you ever had hiccups for that long, you know, after a certain point, all the parts inside of you that spasm when you hiccup, they get real tired of doing that, and they let you know about it very loudly. I'm having a heck of a day. Just like it says here, hey, look at that. Art imitating life. You've had a long day, so you almost don't remember that Teotaro's waiting for you. You figure it's best to follow up, though, since you're still a far cry from getting a leg up on Vix. I hear you've been busy. Looking forward to a nice reunion? Well, not exactly, but I've taken enough gut punches. My insides may as well be hardened leather. Not exactly the bravado you had on display yesterday, is it? All the same, I have another job for you. And if your heart isn't quite in it, maybe consider that you aren't the only person who Vix Molly has wronged. Alright, lay it on me, ex-salted one. That's pretty good. What do you need me to do? A war is coming with the Spark Barons, but many of the cults still think the enemy lies to the north. I'm not much good with politics. I'm speaking of Rentoria. A dignitary is coming to tour Pearl on the Foam and see the Great Beaching. But some in the cult believe that even allowing the Rentorian in is an affront to Hesh. I want you to protect the Rentorian from any attempts on her life. Okay, that seems fairly straightforward. Go pick up Bordencraw and take her to the beaching and a meeting with Frinowin. Make sure none of the citizens mess with her and cause an international incident. This, I don't think, is the job we got from her last time. Oh, and watch out for Braille. He is fervent in his beliefs, and those beliefs are dangerous. Okay. Yeah, I do not believe we have seen this quest. Could just be my famously poor memory, though. You find Bordencraw's boat. One of the boat's sails is caught in the wind, and a spinning beam is in danger of hitting them. You could help, or just watch. I feel like I should help. Yeah, it's 5 HP, who cares? And so, heroically, we dive in front of it. You catch the beam just before it hits Bordencraw square in the back. It hurts a little, but you'll survive. Thank you. It is refreshing to see good manners in a Havarian. Okay, that's a little insulting, but, why do you care about a beach blob? You don't strike me as a Hessian. On the contrary, I've been a member of the Hessian faith since I was a child. It didn't quite catch on in Rentoria, but there are believers among us, and Rentorians enjoy freedom of belief. Freedom of what now? Precisely, Havarian. I should have one of those masks. We've been told over and over and over again that this whole place smells absolutely terrible since the beaching happened. And I mean, just looking at it, you can get how that would be the case. I feel like I should cover up, although, you know, at the same time, Smith doesn't appear to have a nose. Maybe the smell is just not even perceptible to him. You reach the beaching. There's a crowd, and Bordencraw wants privacy. Deal with the riffraff, will you? Okay, yeah, let's just politely ask them to leave. You probably want to leave. I think the blob over there is going to have an incident. What do you mean, incident? Well, it's big, it's rotting. You know, every so often... It makes wind? Yeah. It smells so bad that it kills people. Just straight up kills people. This all sounds very suspect. Oh, that's a cool way to help out. Alright, so feels like opening with Mirrored Goon is pretty solid. I mean, do I want to... I suppose... What could we draw that would even matter? Nothing really. I'm definitely playing Goon. Like, that is happening. Now dude's hitting us pretty hard. I guess I probably don't want Precise Ransack here. I guess we could play Crass into barrage. Yeah, I do think I have to just kind of cover my face a little bit. This is a lot of damage. Okay, interesting. You know, in any situation where this is playable, I have a strong compulsion to play it just because, like, it's hard to level this card up. But this, well, you know, it could just hit his core argument twice, which would not be very good. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. So that'll cover most of the damage. All right, we will go ahead and create the powder keg. I don't know how we're ever going to make anybody hit the powder keg, but maybe they'll be nice and just do it for free without even having to be asked. So I do feel like we should probably blow that up. Oh, right, he has that spillover thing. Okay, I had to be a little bit more careful. Well, I probably do want to maintain some. I mean, it's hard to imagine playing Thoughtless and expending Nepotism is the right move. So am I actually just going to play this as gain 1 dominance? Yeah, I think I am. It's not great. Okay. Well, I feel like we should probably open with the free draw card, right? Let's definitely do this. The vulnerability is pretty easily offset. And then, so barrage is definitely going to cause some weird overflow. I guess let's looking for something that might might behave a little bit more precisely. Okay, there we go. That was nice. Yeah, this particular core argument gives me a lot of trouble sometimes, as you have seen previously. All right, so let's go Crass into... I mean, I can blow this up with Entendre and then just absorb, because the overflow damage doesn't happen until after the shield. So that's cool, at least. That's just very strong. And then I guess it's worth playing this, yeah, in case we draw the other Ransack, so that we can get some more XP on that. And we're doing pretty well leveling up our deck so far, I think. Ooh. Well, things seem to be pretty well under control here. So we'll do this again, because I'm going to do that again. Sorry, I should probably actually play this. Yeah, we've got a real strategy here. And then the powder keg thing is not really happening, but it would be cool. Every once in a great while, perhaps it will go off, and that would be neat. Stupid renown. There we go. So, barrage becomes... Yep. An extra attack is very, very good for us. I would love to increase the dominance. We really don't care about the vulnerability at all. So do we want to do the same thing with this that we did with the other one? It is kind of nice to just see a lot of cards sometimes. I'm sort of wondering if maybe I want to have one of each Ransack. I mean, one of them is better, right? They should probably both be the one that is better for our deck. But you know, this is quite situational. I'm gonna have one of each. I don't know if that's right. And I do not think we're gonna take any of this. I'm telling you, you don't want to be here for the death fart. I guess the smell right now is bad enough. If it can get worse, I don't want to know about it. Okay, so he also is not... Maybe these little flaps, like these little folds, are their noses? They clearly can smell things. All right, path's clear now. You can do your thing. Bordencraw approaches the beaching. She draws a thin blade and takes a sample. Oh. Wow. We better keep that on the down low. I think some Hessians would be real upset to learn you're doing science on that thing. Yet you seem unfazed. Are you perhaps a man of science yourself? I'm a man of do what I want. And what I want is to wrap things up with Frinowin so you can get home safe. Yeah, basically what I want is to get paid and murder my entire family. You reach the meeting location, a very fancy restaurant that has been emptied of patrons. There you are, right on time. The two diplomats have a long and boring discussion. You're about to fall asleep when you're startled from your stupor by a change in tenor. This meeting is over. No, I should intervene on behalf of my employer. Now, is that any way to treat our guest? Oof. My throat is actually very sore from all the hiccuping. I'm feeling that. All right, yeah, draw cards for free. I always love draw cards for free. Interesting. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and take a pretty aggressive Thoughtless here. Just set up a lot of early damage. All right, show me the good red cards. So let's go ahead and Stool Pigeons. That'll level Stool Pigeon up. So I think in this case, we'd rather play the Overturn. Pretty good start, actually. I like the idea that Smith is walking around with two goons sort of in tow, but they only pop out to intervene in conversational circumstances. Neither one of them would ever lift a hand to help in a fight or anything. Now, let's blow that up, and then let's just do like 1 billion damage. I think that deck's coming together pretty well. Oh, I see. This one loses the expend. You know, honestly, well, okay. You know what this does not do very well is play with the barrel thing. So I'm going to make this more effective when we use it, but not have it be a thing that we're doing all the time, because I would love it if my opponents would attack the barrel. Unyielding is kind of cool, and we have enough sources of hostility, or enough sources of dominance, that we can probably get the damage on this up pretty high. I think I'm going to take it. I think that's actually quite good for us. The talks drag on, subdued but tense. Finally, I'm glad we could come to an agreement. The liaison leaves and Bordencraw turns to you. Thank you for your assistance, Havarian. I was not expecting one such as yourself to have such a nuanced grasp of statecraft. Hey, I got grasps on all sorts of things. My hands are always sticky, which helps a lot. And then Bordencross stops. There is one last task I'd like to achieve while on Havarian soil, Smith. I hope that I'm not wrong in my assessment of your character. Can I trust you to accompany me to one more meeting? It hasn't been approved by the cult. It may be dangerous. Dangerous? Hessian, finally? I was beginning to think this job would put me in a coma. You know, listen, if somebody gives you a job where you basically get to sleep through the whole thing and then you get paid, it's pretty good. I would just go ahead and do that. So that's just leave. Yeah, no, I'm going with her to the meeting. You find the secret meeting. I hope you weren't waiting too long. The diplomacy of the situation is delicate, you understand. Let's get down to brass tacks, huh? We don't want anyone getting suspicious of where you've gone. And they do just that. You spend your time kicking rocks and counting the critters that skitter out from under. Unfortunately, you're soon joined by the worst critters of all, the Admiralty. Excuse you, citizen. We have a few questions. Are you an associate of the smuggler known as Kita? Never heard of her. Oh, this? Nah, Bordencrow over there just has a thing for wildlife. She's just stomping around looking for grubs to collect or something? Alright, so... I mean, yeah, draw a card for free, of course. Not as compelling of a start as last time. Let's do a name drop. Okay, I mean, there's a little something going here. Let's gain some dominance, and then, I guess, just do a bunch of damage. Yeah, that card has gotten pretty good. I'm never actually going to get anybody to blow up this powder keg. Boy, I think we need to maybe find... Yeah, I just don't know that Thoughtless is going to be very good here. Let's go digging. Stool Pigeon I actually like a lot in this situation. Unyielding's very good here as well. Let's get rid of the Thoughtless and then... We only have 2 actions left. Well, I'm certainly not going to play that. So... Yeah, I guess we're not going to be able to do the unyielding thing. Like, I definitely want to get the goons established. And then we're just going to Stool Pigeon. That's not so bad. Okay, may as well. Gosh, I sure do wish I had any dominance at all. That said, you know what? He's attacking the thing we want him to attack. I guess let's play Unyielding a couple of times for the XP. And then... I guess play Unyielding again? Is that... We're going to level this card up very quickly. Now, can we draw it again? No, it looks like a no. I gave it a real shot, though. Attack a random... Okay, yeah, we've seen all of these before. You know what? I think we can take all out. You cannot apply composure while this is active. Some of our defensive strategy is a little bit double entendre based for this. Yeah, you know what? I'm just not going to take anything. I'm holding on to some samples for her. You want any? You show the Admiralty the bugs crawling up and down your legs. No, that's all right. Ugh, Rentorians are disgusting. The Admiralty leave before you can catch their cooties for Bordencrow's collection, too. Well, that really wasn't that dangerous. I feel misled. You're about to help Bordencrow back onto the boat when you're stopped by a group of Hessians. Not so fast, heathen. I'm sorry, are you addressing me? As I mentioned to my escort here, I walk in the shallows. Ha! Hesh wouldn't extend a tentacle to a Rentorian anyway. You're a pretender, nothing more. And while the cult elders might not see through you, we do. You won't leave Bavaria alive. Wow, that's a harsh... That doesn't feel like it follows very naturally from his, like, hey, I don't think you actually believe in my religion thing. Let's... Do I want to take on a fight just to work out my fighting muscles a little bit? We're going to get in a boss fight pretty soon. I should probably protect my health. All right, let's take a step back, huh? The war was the Admiralties, not the cults. You really want to risk starting another one? Yeah, I would love it if we were not to cause a major diplomatic incident here. Well... I think I am just going to thoughtless all of these cards away. Give me something to work with for later. Ah, right. Yep, that thing's not a huge threat, actually. So let us apply some dominance and then get some very good unyieldings off. Yep, we're gonna have that thing leveled up in no time. Dude barely even got to act. I think okay. So we have tended to have enough actions to get away with paying 2 actions for Thoughtless so far this episode, but that's because of the person we have following us around. That's not always going to be the case. I think I am... But when we play it, we're only going to get to play it once. We really want to make sure we hit... Yeah, I'm going to take the one that gives extra dominance over the cheaper one. When we play it, we're really going to want to hit for a big number, right? Just who do you think that benefits, huh? Not your church, that's for sure. I suppose the Admiralty has finally stepped in line. It would be a shame to do anything that might give them more power. Alright, you can pass through for now, Rent, but we're watching you. Thank you for your assistance, Smith. Cool. First diplomacy. Oh, that's very neat. Thank you. So, we are so rich. I have no idea what I want to do with all this money. Okay, Bordencraw did the thing at the place and then went back home. Really? Unharmed. Yeah, why are you so surprised? Apologies. It is, of course, exactly how I expected it to go. Uh-huh. Well, you're welcome. Oh, one more thing. Did Bordencraw meet with anyone else while she was here? I should probably tell Teutaro. In this situation, I have way more loyalty to Teutaro than I do to Bordencraw on account of, Teutaro being a critical part of my plan to murder my brother. Thank you for your discretion. Okay, so she knows, but she doesn't know. Apparently, we're all going to be happy with that. At the start of your turn, take 1 piercing damage, so it just fires your Moxie. I mean, none of these seem great. To be perfectly honest with you, I think I'm just going to decline. But I don't really need more money. Yeah, and if I end up, replacing the red bandana or something, it's fine. We'll take the bad graft. We'll probably end up replacing it eventually. So Antoinette's going to meet us at Sweet Mareef's. Let's go buy off some cards at the very least. I would like access to Steven, please. Steven, I love you. Apparently we removed a battle card too recently. Well, I think I'm just going to drop the Bewilder, right? Yeah. It's almost certainly not going to turn into anything we actually want. Okay, what about this? When drawn, reduce the cost of a random hostile card by 1 until played. That's pretty cool. Oh, hey, revision. Yeah, I think we want a revision, right? This is, very good for us. Very, very good for us. yeah, that seems bananas. Okay. Very glad I came back here. And then, that's right. We did look at all your graphs, and none of them were really all that compelling. You know, Cerebral Tackle does get us a lot of composure. I just don't know if I think that's worth 220 shills. It's in our strategy, but I just don't think it's very good. So I guess let's bounce. You find Antoinette perched on a bar stool looking like a preening seabird. Of course, I can't even think of the last time I actually paid for a drink. Normally, my hosts are outbidding each other for the chance to serve me. Well, that's all well and good, Antoinette, but I should hope a woman of your stature would be able to pay her tab. Sorry, sweets, but Antoinette here isn't used to slumming it. Ask her for an autograph. You could sell it later. I'll be sure not to personalize it then. You look exactly the same, actually. I thought you had to get ready. Emotionally, my dear Smith. Perhaps not a facet of being you're familiar with. Now, is there anything I should know? Preferences Through might have? I aim to seem perfect, but not too perfect, lest it make him suspicious. He likes himself and people who make him feel good about himself. Well, I suspect you mean that to be a vice, but I'd feel sorry for the person who didn't like those things. Ooh, okay, direct hit from the video game here. All the same, I'll widen my eyes so he sees himself reflected within. Alright, say goodbye to your old life. You're about to get banquet. Banquet is already the name, so it's like banqueted. You're about to get banquoed. There we go. I conjugated my own surname. Goodbye, old life. Bye? Thanks, Sweet Marif. Solid contribution there, buddy. The route to the magistrate's office is familiar enough to you, what with being dragged in and out of it enough times in your disgruntled youth. So, with your feet going on muscle memory, your mind is free to wander. Theroux was always annoying. You can easily picture his smug glee when he heard you were being cast out, happy enough to be elevated on his own. You've spent your whole life waiting for a chance to clock him and get away with it. But, that was just to rough him up a little. Killing him's a different story. Hey, bud, you better watch where you're going. Oh, sorry. I got something on my mind. Nothing personal. I think it probably is personal, Smith. Afraid so, Antoinette. You got quite the bounty on you, you know that? Well, I should hope so. Though I suppose I was rather insulted it was so low. I may be self-made, but my work is artisanal. Oh, whoa, hold up. What bounty? Your friend's got enemies, pal. Nobody likes an upstart. Some murder bay debt broker's got big plans to throw her out with the bathwater. Maybe ship her to a derrick where she won't be a thorn no more. Well, once again, we should probably try to protect our health. We're going to be really, really good at negotiations, though. I am a little worried that we might not be strengthening enough for combat. Alright, you maybe want to think again there, stranger. Theroux Banquet isn't the sort of Kredeshi you take on lightly. So we are going to absolutely annihilate her, right? We are in probably a very, very good position. So, Muragoon, prestigious name drop. We could stool pigeon to create bait. That doesn't actually change how effective the revision's going to be. Yeah, it doesn't really feel worth doing. So I guess I'm just going to play revision now. I don't want to hit the ransack and accidentally discard it. We didn't get to blow up the powder keg with it, but still, I think it's very good. And then just show me one other thing worth doing. Yeah, you know what? Getting XP is worth doing. I gotta say, the negotiations against the Hessians feel Pretty easy. So we don't actually have very good damage here if I do nepotism in the way that we often do. So we're gonna take the version of it that does direct damage instead, because this really needs to go. And then we already have Renown, so that's not even gonna do damage. Well, I guess I'm going to play the Hush Bunny that we have been given. I'm not going to lie, I was hoping it was going to remove the one that was happening this turn. So I think we're going to do the same thing we did last turn. Just really blow this up. I mean, I don't need to overthink this. We win. We are way past the amount of damage we need. All right, anything fun? No, not really. Boy, they've shown us a lot of ransacks. Maybe I should just be taking all of the zero-cost ransacks. They're so hard to control. I'm gonna decline. The deck is small and tight and basically working the way we want it to right now. Let's not put more stuff into it, unless it's really good. Yeah, he may be a slimy suck-up, but that's my baby brother, and neither of us like to lose. I don't know what he sees in Antoinette here, but he's decided he wants to get hitched, and it's my job to get Antoinette to the magistrate. Now, you might feel like messing with one Banquad, but two? Or technically three, I guess? So the rumors were true. Hesh. I don't want to tangle with a dynasty. If she's marrying up, it'll take someone harder than me to claim the bounty. Congrats on your nuptials, upstart. You better hope it'll be enough to protect you. Shaking her head, Alta slinks back to the shadows, leaving you to escort Antoinette to safety. Such passion! My, I didn't know you had it in you, Smith. If you can summon that pathos once Theroux is dead, this might be even more fun than I'd hoped. Let's just keep going. It's beginning to sting, realizing I don't got any siblings in my corner. Well, we'll sort that out, darling. I mean, sort of. At some point in the future, we'll try a run where we actually do, like, get both Theroux and the sister on our side. But I think our path is pretty set here. The magistrate's office is calm and quiet. Seems Theroux might have booked it off specially for the signing. Specifically for the signing. You stay out of sight once your brother appears, hiding in the vestibule and poking out one eye to watch. Which we can do pretty effectively, given the shape of our head. Theroux looks happy. Happiest you've ever seen him, to be honest. He's bouncing on his heels as he reaches out his hands to Antoinette's, taking them in his own. The magistrate notarizes the paperwork and seals it inside a metal tube, before leaving the newlyweds alone to contemplate their future together. I can't tell you how thrilled I am to meet you, and thank you for agreeing to this frankly rushed courtship. Well, I certainly can't complain. Oh, I'm sure you can, especially when you meet my family. I'd disown all of them if I could. Yeah, speaking of... Smith? I should have known you'd show up. You can't stand to have any crisis not be your making. Alright, I don't quite get what that means, but if there's a party, I'll crash it. Nobody wants you here. Just go back to whatever lousy dive you call home and let the parasites eat you. This is my home, you brat. I only left because the lot of you made me feel like I don't belong. But that's gonna change, because I'm gonna get back what's mine. To your surprise, Theroux throws out an arm to shield Antoinette. It catches you off guard enough to give him time to call for backup. Alright. Mark 99. Wow, that sure is a robot. Alright, first I'm gonna smash this guard of yours into the filigreed floor. Then, baby brother, you and I are gonna have words, and by words I mean hammers. Okay, ooh. The stun gun's interesting. Just bringing on a friend might also be a good idea. You know what? Let's do that. Let's get a Vrock. Okay, so what's your deal? Whenever you attack 9/9, the base damage of their next attack becomes the damage dealt by your attack. Weird. What a weird thing. Alright, let's start stacking up that trauma. We can certainly afford an early drop kick. What does my Battle Flourish do? Okay, just a little bit of everything. It doesn't seem like this is going to be that bad. But just to be on the safe side, I really should have done it at the start of the turn. Six additional damage, remove 2 at the... Okay, we can't interact with this at all, though. Alright, so... Current base damage 6. This is a weird one. So this is going to hit for 4 to 8. Our pet's going to dodge one of the 12 damage attacks, so he'll be around for a minute. Yeah, I guess I'm going to do the body blow. I increased the amount of damage we're taking. I'm going to healing recycle. And then I guess I'll pay 1 health to apply 2 defense. Unfortunately, the damage from the Gnarled Effigy went up after the resolve, so we didn't get Moxie on it. Which really sucks. Let's reach into the flask here and get damage. I guess damage. I don't really have... Yeah, I don't have enough attacks to make Hair of the Vrock good this turn. So, do I even want to Unknown Concoction? I was just thinking, like, we could use it to... Nah. It does actual nothing here. Well, I mean, we're getting through it. Give me another Vrock. Even more Vrocks. Okay, so these are going to be pretty gentle. Even so, it feels like a lot of damage. The base damage becomes the actual damage dealt. That's really awkward because we have to be careful here not to make the traumatized attack be the last one of the turn. So if I flip you over, one of the Vrocks is going to pop my traumatized, which I am not into. So I think what we do is drop kick into toughen up. Oh, but I guess one of the Vrocks is going to push him over anyway. Yeah, shoot. So yeah, he's only going to end up taking an extra 4 damage from that. Well, crud. I guess I may as well hit him again then. I mean, I guess it is good to have it be one of the Vrocks that gets it instead of me, because that means it doesn't increase his damage, so maybe that was accidentally kind of a good idea. And then he has chosen for this turn to not shoot at me, which I really appreciate. Hard to put into words how cool that is of you. And then none of this stuff. Okay, I guess I can apply defense to you. You're going to dodge, so yeah. Still earns XP. Having a ton of extra summonable friends is nice. So we can apply some trauma. He doesn't have enough health left for that to be a sensible thing to do. Let's just hit him a whole bunch of times. How about that? Okay, that could have gone a lot worse. This card deals bonus damage equal to the target's current intent. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'm very into that. Dropkick of Clarity. Yeah, I feel like we should probably get Dropkick out of our deck. It's really not doing anything for us strategically. So we definitely want the trauma one. Yeah, we're on trauma strats here. And definitely upgraded cards. Okay. Wild Rant's amazing. We know Wild Rant is amazing. Duplicate a friendly argument and then destroy the original is also fun in this deck. Like obviously blowing up the powder keg with that is a huge win because the powder keg getting blown up also duplicates the powder keg. So you really end up creating a ton of target baffling. But like this card is so good. How do you not take Wild Rant, right? Yeah, we have to. If your cards are red, it just seems foolish not to. Increase by 1 for each power and adrenaline you have. That's kind of neat. I don't think it's any good for our current deck, though. I don't think any of this stuff is. Yeah. We are not getting the stuff we need for a real combat strategy here. Quick Charger is pretty solid. I guess the question is, does it make sense to just take the Calamity Jar as a thing that basically has no downside? Because we haven't... It's the end of the second day. If we hadn't picked up a pet by now, then any pet we pick up is going to be kind of bad because we're not going to have the time to train it and level it up and stuff, or armor it up. And also, I don't know how this interacts. I'm assuming that this does not prevent us from having temporary pets from item cards and stuff. I think I'm just going to take the Calamity Jar. All right, all that's left is Theroux, trembling in his very expensive boots. And Antoinette stands by, watching you closely. Well, you've done what you always do. So what's next, Smith? You kill me and then what? Vix, if you can even get to him? And Mullify? I'd like to see you try. No, we're sticking with the plan. We want to see what this branch is like, at least once. The thing is, Theroux, you disowned me. That means we're not actually brothers anymore. It doesn't feel good, but he does go down easy. Romance really is dead, I see. Like that's what you signed on for? Indeed. I'm not usually standing up close when my plans come to fruition. You usually get your friends to do your dirty work, right? Oh, darling, people like me don't have friends. Just temporary alliances of convenience. Speaking of which, we're solid now, right? Assuming our interests continue to align, yeah. Solid as the ground that catches the blood we spill together. And you'll make sure to tell everyone it was self-defense, right? Theroux came at me. Oh, of course. I mean, I'll come up with something far more interesting than that. Well, good luck with that. Okay, Cash has feelings about that. Ugh, now my credit's bad again. But also, at the start of each negotiation, gain 3 renown and 2 influence. Not necessarily all that great for us. The renown will be useful. I guess, hold on a second. Let me just see really quickly. Is it the case that enough time has passed for me to buy off cards again? Nope. Okay. That's fine. I've had enough partying for now. I know that sounds crazy. No, you know what? Actually, you know what I am going to do? I'm going to add a battlegraph slot. Very expensive. And I'm a little bit short of being able to just do it again, which I absolutely would have if we had it. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good about how that day went, though. Alright, I think we just head to our room here. We had a successful day. We murdered a brother. This wasn't who you thought you'd be, but you're surprised how easy it feels to become something new. I mean, most of the time, you don't even really have a choice. So we gained a couple of new loves. We got bad luck on this side. Luck certainly wasn't my actions. Just a lot of bad luck happened to us today. Oh, right. You wake up to the sharp jab of a finger right between the only two ribs you haven't broken at some point or another. Right, because our brother has shown up to give us... Oh, no, Mullify shows up. The brother shows up tomorrow morning. Mullify shows up to yell at us now. No more minutes. What the... Mullify? Didn't expect a visit from you. Not after you made it so clear we were done. It wasn't personal, but if you're gonna sulk about it... You disowned me! I thought you liked to roll with the punches, so adapt. 2 days ago, you were kicked out of the family. Today, I'm here with an offer. What happens next is up to you, but I guarantee whining about it won't change a thing. Alright, what sort of an offer? You want back in the family, and that's not happening unless we drown out Vixmali. Oh, I'll drown him alright, you just give me the chance. Exactly. With Mom gone, the family needs new muscle. This is your chance to prove yourself useful. I've got 2 targets, but you only need to take out 1. Do that for me, and I'll help you out against Vix. Yeah? And just who are these targets? Seemly Arami, known connections to the Rise, wanted for inciting unrest in the servants' quarters of many local families. And the other is an Admiralty officer, and I'd prefer to keep the details of that one to myself, unless you buy in. A lack of trust in this family? Well, I guess the day waits for no one. Least of all me. Alright, we'll just look into all that next time. Hold on a second. Hello, Smith. I thought I could find you here. You're not going to start any trouble, are you? No, of course not. I just wanted to tell you I'll be around for a while. If you need some help, I'm available to hire. Oh, how generous of you. I'm giving you the friends and family rate. Friend. So, at the start of each battle, gain 3 power. Whenever you take damage from an enemy, lose 1 power. Okay. Yo, that's a pretty good boon. Weasel, my friend. I don't need your help, but I do need your conditioning. Okay. So I think that's where we're going to call it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. My throat is sore, and I need to stop talking. That's going to be it for us for the week as well. When you come back next time on Monday, we're going to continue killing our way through the Banquad name. And we'll see you then.